Her books have garnered acclaim, awards, and appearances on Best Books of the Year lists around the world. In her latest, The Way Home in the Night, Akiko Miyakoshi explores the shared moments and individual nighttime rituals of city dwellers at the end of the day. As a mother rabbit carries her young bunny home through the lamplit, quiet streets of their neighborhood, the sleepy bunny takes in the sights, sounds, and scents along the way. The din of a bustling party. The smell of a fresh-baked pie. A glimpse of a goodbye hug. Once tucked into bed, the bunny starts to wonder about the neighbors' activities. Are the party guests saying goodnight? Is the pie ready to be shared? Will the mouse catch the last train home? Until finally, the tired bunny falls asleep and the city settles down for the night as well. Meet Steve. Steve is a fine horse, but he thinks he could be finer. In fact, he wants to be exceptional. When Steve finds a gold horn in the forest and attaches it to his head, ta-da! Exceptional! His friends are so impressed, they start looking for interesting objects to strap to their heads, too. Meanwhile, Steve seems to have lost his horn adornment. He is devastated. Steve searches for it everywhere, finally spotting it in the local watering hole, which only leads to further disaster. How can he possibly stand out without his horn, especially now that all of his friends look so exceptional? Hey, wait a minute! If all of his forest friends look exceptional, then that must mean Steve looks different, which makes him... Let's give Steve some time to figure this out. Author-illustrator Kelly Collier's laugh-out-loud tale about an endearingly simple and self-absorbed horse will have you rooting for the unforgettable and truly exceptional horse named Steve. It's hard to imagine a world without pie charts and bar graphs. We've come to expect them everywhere, distilling volumes of information into easy-to-understand images. And that's all thanks to this guy, William Playfair. In Lines, Bars, and Circles, best-selling author Helene Becker playfully reimagines the life of the little-known father of the infographic. Born in Scotland over 250 years ago, Will was a dreamer who saw the world differently from other people. Unfortunately, this skill didn't translate into the financial success the engineer and businessman had hoped for. Will was confident that his latest innovation, presenting data visually through something he called charts, would be universally adopted. And so it was, just not in his lifetime. Way ahead of the game, Will's graphs and charts were dismissed as works of the imagination. With bold and humorous illustrations by Marie-Ève Tremblay, Lines, Bars, and Circles explores math and engineering concepts with sidebars for historical context. Further information on Playfair is provided, as well as images of his actual charts and graphs, so unique then, yet so universal now. The latest book in the Citizen Kid collection is from Katie Smith Milway, author of the acclaimed Citizen Kid books The Good Garden, One Hen, and Mimi's Village. In The Banana Leaf Ball, How Play Can Change the World, we are introduced to Deo, a young East African boy who lives at the Lukole refugee camp in Tanzania. At the camp's makeshift school, a bully named Remy has begun targeting Deo and some other children. Lonely and scared, Deo takes comfort in making a banana leaf ball, just like the one he and his friends used to play soccer with. When a coach visits the camp and organizes soccer games for the children, everything begins to change for Deo and for Remy now that they're teammates. Soon the two boys find themselves busy making banana leaf balls and organizing games and practices for the kids in the camp. Working as a team, they no longer feel alone and even become hopeful for the future. Based on a true story and brought vividly to life by the award-winning illustrator Shane W. Evans, The Banana Leaf Ball demonstrates how sport and play can help children overcome their differences and foster feelings of trust, confidence, and belonging on playgrounds close to home and around the world. The Thing Lou Couldn't Do is an inspirational pep talk from Ashley Spires, creator of the Binky Adventure series and the runaway bestseller The Most Magnificent Thing. Lou, a plucky young adventurer, is always up for a challenge, building the best forts, rescuing wild animals, racing super-fast cars. When her equally adventurous friends suggest the best place for their pirate ship is way up a tree, Lou comes up with every excuse in the book to avoid climbing up to join them. Usually she loves adventures, but this is new. Lou has never climbed a tree before, and she knows she can't do it. She doesn't even want to try. It'll be an adventure, her friends tell her, but Lou's not so sure. This adventure is up. She likes her adventures down. But she has to admit, this pirate ship in a tree does look fun, and when all her excuses run out, Lou realizes the bravest adventurers are those who try. Though maybe not until tomorrow.